She watched them kiss and felt her world collapse in slow motion, before her mind could even scream. The courtyard was alive with celebration. Colors shimmered under the bright sun, laughter bounced between walls, and drums punctuated the rhythm of the day. Eziamaraa had worked tirelessly for this moment, orchestrating every detail with precision. She had imagined joy, family togetherness, the satisfaction of a plan executed perfectly. But nothing could have prepared her for the scene unfolding before her eyes. Christopher and the bride stood at the center, performing the ceremonial rituals she had spent weeks learning and supervising. She had expected ceremonial smiles, polite gestures, and respectful distance. What she did not expect was the heat between them, the softness of their shared glances, the way they leaned toward each other as if the world existed only for them. And then it happened. A kiss. Not the kind of formal, ritualistic peck one expects at weddings. Not the polite, barely there brush of lips. This kiss was deliberate, deep, and intimate, a kiss that carried years of memory, longing, and promise. Eziamaraa froze. Her body reacted before her mind could. Heat surged through her, her stomach knotted, and her chest constricted as though gripped by cold, iron fingers. Her hands trembled slightly, clutching the edge of the chair she stood behind. Jewel and Star tugged at her skirts, unaware, innocent in the way only children can be, and she forced herself to smile. It's just acting, she told herself. It's a 6-wedding ritual. Everyone does this. But it wasn't. Every subtle motion screamed otherwise, the lingering touch of his hand on Saadi's back, the tilt of his head, the way their lips parted like it was a secret only they understood. The warmth between them was not ceremonial. It was real. Her mind raced, trying to rationalize, trying to anchor itself in something solid. Christopher would never. He wouldn't betray me in front of everyone. Not here. Not like this. Maybe it's just a tradition, maybe. But the more she tried to convince herself, the more her body betrayed her. Her heart pounded violently, her palms turned clammy, and a cold, hollow feeling settled deep in her stomach. Each beat of the drum, each cheer from the villagers, each clink of decorative glasses felt deafening, like the world itself was forcing her to see what she wasn't ready to accept. Then she noticed the details. The way Saadi's fingers brushed against Christopher's arm. The soft smile he gave, one she knew too well. The careless ease with which they leaned into each other. No hesitation. No fear. Eziamaraa's throat tightened. She wanted to speak, to ask, to question, to demand, but the words refused to come. Instead, she stood rooted, her body performing normalcy while her world unraveled beneath it. Keep quiet. Stay loyal. Trust him. 8 years of trust. 8 years of devotion, to family, to children, to husband, to home. And now, as betrayal unfolded before her like a carefully scripted scene, that trust felt like both a shield and a prison. Her hands were shaking now. Not from cold. Not from exhaustion. From truth. The realization settled in slowly, painfully, this was not an act. The kiss, the intimacy, the familiarity, it was real. Her husband was kissing another woman, right in front of her, with a boldness that left no room for doubt. Eziamaraa blinked rapidly, fighting to steady herself. She gritted her teeth, forcing control. She adjusted a flower arrangement, picked up a stray ribbon, smiled at a passing vendor, anything to hide the storm tearing through her. But her hands betrayed her. A slight tremor. Small, but undeniable. And in that moment, something inside her broke, quietly, permanently. She looked at Christopher, standing there beside Saadi, radiant, unbothered, certain. And she understood. This was no longer a question of if. It was only a matter of when. The ritual ended. Applause erupted. Eziamaraa clapped along, her palms meeting in hollow rhythm, masking the chaos within. Pride, loyalty, love, all crushed beneath the weight of a single kiss that had said more than words ever could. She had given everything to this marriage. She had believed in him. She had stood by him. And yet, before explanations, before confrontation, before truth could even be spoken, the truth had already been revealed. Silently. Boldly. Without apology. With a kiss. Her hands trembled. And in that moment of unbearable clarity, she knew nothing would ever be the same again.
Morning light on the kitchen floor. I built this house from love and more. Framed your fears, hung up your past. Thought we were built to really last. I wore devotion like a crown. Held you up, I held you down. Skipped my needs to fit your plans. Signed my soul with trembling hands. Was I